When William bought a $200 toolbox he couldn't afford, everyone thought he'd lost his mind. He was a school janitor making $28,000 a year. But that purchase became the smartest financial decision of his life. Not because of the toolbox itself, but because of what it forced him to learn. Justin met William on a Thursday night in Atlanta. The 24-year-old electrician's apprentice was fixing broken outlets at Madison Elementary, working overtime just to cover his rent. William was mopping the hallway, humming an old tune. They started talking during Justin's break. "You know what's funny?" William said, leaning on his mop. "I've been cleaning these halls for 37 years, never made more than $30K, but I own my house outright, got 6 months of expenses saved, and I sleep like a baby." Justin almost laughed. How could someone making less than him have that kind of security? That's when William shared something that would change everything. "Son, being broke isn't about how much you make. It's about not having the right habits. I learned 6 of them the hard way. Cost me my first marriage to figure them out." Habit 1. The 24-hour buffer. "Never spend money the same day you get it," William said. "Not your paycheck, not a gift, not even a tax refund. Wait 24 hours always." He explained how this one rule broke his old pattern. Before, money would hit his account and disappear within hours. Bills, beer, whatever felt urgent. But forcing himself to wait one full day changed his entire relationship with money. Suddenly, the urgency disappeared. Half the things he thought he needed became wants he could ignore. Justin was skeptical. It sounded too simple. But here's what most people miss about money problems. They're rarely about math. They're about emotions. And emotions change dramatically in 24 hours. Habit 2. The invisible raise. 3 years into his janitor job, William got a 50-cent hourly raise, about $80 extra per month. Instead of spending it, he pretended it never happened. Direct deposit went to savings automatically. Every raise, every bonus, every bit of overtime, invisible, William said. "You were living without it before. Keep living without it." Studies show that lifestyle inflation kills more financial dreams than any market crash. The moment people earn more, they spend more. But William had been stacking invisible raises for decades. That 50 cents became $1, then $2, never touching the increases, living on his base salary from 1987, adjusted only for true necessities. But the third habit was the one that really caught Justin's attention. Habit 3. The 72-hour test. "Want something that's not food or shelter?" William asked. "Write it down. Put the date next to it. Wait 72 hours. If you still want it and you have the cash, buy it." William pulled out a small notebook, pages yellow with age, lists of items, most crossed out. New TV, January 3rd, with a line through it. Leather jacket, March 15th, abandoned. But occasionally, something survived the test, like that $200 toolbox from the intro. That toolbox? Wanted it for 3 months, kept writing it down, finally bought it, used those tools to learn basic plumbing, saved thousands over the years fixing my own stuff. The test wasn't about deprivation. It was about intention. Most purchases are emotional reactions, but after 3 days emotions settle. Truth remains. Habit 4. The skill stack. This one surprised Justin the most. Every January, William picked one skill that could save or make money. Just one. Then spent the year getting decent at it. 1994, learned to change my own oil. 1995, basic electrical work. 1996, cooking bulk meals. 2001, Excel spreadsheets. 2008, smartphone repair. None of these made him rich. But combined, they saved him roughly $3,000 per year. Money he never had to spend became money he could save. The compound effect over 30 years was staggering. "But here's the thing," William continued, wiping down a desk. "The fifth habit is what protected everything I built." Habit 5. The emergency first. Before investing, before paying extra on any debt, before anything beyond minimum payments, William built his emergency fund. $1,000. That was his first goal. Took him 8 months. "Most folks try to do everything at once," he said. "Pay off cards, invest, save, all simultaneously. But without that emergency cushion, one car repair sends you backward." William had seen too many people make progress only to hit a $500 emergency and spiral back into debt. The emergency fund wasn't just money. It was permission to say no to overtime that burned you out, permission to refuse a predatory loan, permission to think clearly when life hit hard. Justin was taking mental notes now. But William saved the most powerful habit for last. Habit 6. The no-debt December. "Every December, no matter what, I don't borrow a penny. No credit cards, no payment plans, nothing. If I can't pay cash, it doesn't happen. This forced William to save for Christmas starting in January, forced him to plan. But more importantly, it proved to him every year that he could live without debt. That psychological victory carried into the other 11 months. 1 month proves you can do it. And if you can do one, you can do two, then three. Justin left that school different. Started with the 24-hour buffer. His first paycheck sat untouched for a full day. The urge to grab drinks with buddies faded. 3 weeks later, he had $200 saved, more than he'd managed in 2 years. The 72-hour test killed his Amazon addiction. The skill stack started with YouTube videos on advanced electrical work. By month 6, he was taking side jobs on weekends. 18 months later, Justin had his emergency fund, $3,000 sitting in a separate account. The number itself wasn't life-changing, but what it represented was everything. He ran into William at a gas station. The old janitor smiled when Justin shared his progress. "Remember something," William said, filling up his paid-off Honda. "These habits aren't about becoming rich. They're about becoming unbreakable. There's a difference between having money and having peace. These 6 habits give you both. People who have these 6 habits never go broke because they've built a fortress of small, consistent actions. Not dramatic moves or complex strategies, just simple rules, followed religiously, that compound into something unshakable." William retired last year. Small pension, smaller social security check. But he's traveling, fixing up his house, living exactly how he planned. Because 40 years ago he bought a toolbox he couldn't afford and learned that financial security isn't about income, it's about habits. What's the one purchase you've been wanting to make for more than a week now? Is it something that would genuinely improve your life? Or just another emotional reaction to a problem that money can't actually solve? Type it below. Sometimes seeing it written by your own hands changes everything.